Welcome to In Search of Food, where cooking and eating out does not have to be expensive, where I ignore the Michelin stars and find value for a meal. Welcome back to In Search of Food. On today's menu, we're going to be making chicken wings. Chicken wings can be a hit and miss on the price. It ranges from $3 a pound all the way up to $5 a pound, and it ranges from $8 a box to $15 a box. But whenever I get a real good sale on chicken wings, I will buy boxes of chicken wings and just store it in the freezer. So chicken wings can be affordable. You just have to look for the price. Now let's take a quick look at the chicken wings. These are the chicken wings. Now today, how am I going to cook the chicken wings? I'm going to be a little more adventurous this time. Instead of frying the chicken wings in a frying pan, I'm going to make a batter and cook the chicken wings in oil. Now, in order to make a batter for chicken wings, you will need three things. The first thing I'm going to put in is cornstarch. You will need a little cornstarch. And then the second thing you'll need is some all-purpose flour. And then the third thing you'll need is a little baking soda. What I like to do is I like to add just a little dash of paprika. What this does is the paprika will make your chicken wings nice and golden brown. Now let's make the batter. Now first of all, we'll start up with 1 cup of flour. Now I'm going to be adding 1 cup of cornstarch. As you can see, I'm making a big mess here, but anyways. Now we can begin mixing all the ingredients in the bowl. The flour, the baking powder, the cornstarch, and the paprika. So we will just put it all in here. And then I'll just begin mixing this all together. And then after this is all mixed together, we'll add a little water, and then we'll be making some batter. Before I do that, we're going to add a little salt and pepper. A little salt. A little pepper. And for me, since I like a little extra spice, I'm going to add a little Cajun powder. Just a little Cajun powder. We'll make this all together and then we'll add the water after. Now I'm going to slowly add some water until we get this just the right consistency to make batter. So just add a little water. You don't want to add too much water at the same time. Once you add too much water, you won't get the consistency of batter. So we just add a little more water. And now I'll just keep on doing this until the batter is ready, and then we will show you.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Now after a long period of stirring, the batter is ready now. As you can see, the batter is ready now. It's a nice smooth consistency. And now we're going to start heating up the oil and deep frying our chicken wings. So now I'm going to be heating up the wok and adding a little oil in there. I believe I may not have enough oil, but as long as I get enough for the bottom, so I can actually cook half the chicken wings and flip them over, we'll be fine. So now let's crank the heat to high. So now I have to crank the heat to high, and I will just wait a little bit. We'll just wait a little bit until the wok gets hot, and then we'll add a little oil after. As you can see, the wok is beginning to smoke a little bit. I can see a little tiny smoke coming out. And now we're going to just add a little vegetable oil in the bottom. Now that should be enough. I don't want to put too much. As you can see, I do not have a lot in here anyways. So we'll let the oil heat up. And then I'll show you a trick to show you how you know the oil is ready. So let's let the oil heat up and we'll be back soon. Now here's a little trick I learned from somebody to see if the oil is ready when you're deep frying. What you need to do is you need to get a pair of wooden chopsticks, and you just place it in the center of your wok. Once you see lots of bubbles moving, that means you know the oil is hot. Now the oil is hot, we can begin to deep frying the chicken wings. So let's toss the chicken wings in the batter and begin frying the chicken wings. Now this is something that you have to be very careful when you're doing this, because the oil will splatter. And what I like to do is I like to take out, I like to not use too much batter, so I would like to get rid of all the excess batter before I actually dunk it in the oil. So let's get ready for this. So I will take the batter here. As you can see, I am getting rid of all the excess batter. It's going to be almost all gone until the batter is totally almost all gone, and then I'm going to dunk it in the oil. Now the chicken wings are done, I'm going to dunk them in some barbecue sauce. So let's toss 2 chicken wings in here. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to dunk them in some barbecue sauce. So here we go. Chicken wings are there. And now we're going to dunk them in some barbecue sauce. So I'm going to just squirt a little barbecue sauce all over the wings. And then we will just give this a little toss. Now the wings are all coated and we can begin to plate. Now as I begin to plate the meal, let's do a lowdown of the cost of the chicken wings. So I bought 1 box of chicken wings. A box of chicken wings is 1.5k of chicken wings, and I bought that for $17. So I can feed myself twice with 1 box of chicken wings. I can feed myself 2 times. So you can do the math. I pay $17. I pay $17 for a box of chicken wings, and I can eat it twice. So this is not bad price. $17 for 1.5k chicken wings. It all really depends on how much you get the chicken wings for. Sometimes you get a good deal on the chicken wings. Sometimes chicken wings can be very expensive. So the chicken wings will range from maybe $3 to $5 a pound, or if you're lucky you might get a better deal, or the chicken wings can also range from $8 to $20 a box, and the $8 box of chicken wings may only be like 650 grams. So if you're lucky, you can get a good deal on the chicken wings like I did. Once again, thanks for watching In Search of Food. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more affordable meals.